This is the very first object that we have detected from outside the solar system that entered the solar system and passed near the Earth.
Harvard University Astronomy Department Chair Avi Loeb also serves as director of the Institute for Theory and Computation, the founding director of the Black Hole Initiative, and the chairs of both the Breakthrough Starshot Advisory Committee and the National Academy's Board of Physics and Astronomy. Next week, a paper he co-authored appears in the Astrophysical Journal Letters, providing one, he would say the first, scientific explanation for a mysterious something now named Oumuamua that passed by Earth on its journey from another solar system a year ago.
It happened to be very weird.
Weird first because of its shape, either very long or very flat, based upon the sunlight reflected from it. But most peculiarly, Oumuamua appeared to accelerate.
We see such an additional force in comets, and that's due to the evaporation of ice on the surface of the comet.
But Oumuamua displayed no cometary tail or change in its rotation, leaving the source of the push and the identity of the object not only a mystery, but one without seemingly any credible explanations, until Loeb's paper, which hypothesizes sunlight provided the extra push.
And for that to be effective, the object needs to be very thin, less than a millimeter in thickness, sort of like a sail that is being pushed by the light from the sun.
What Loeb is suggesting is that some other living being not from this solar system created that light sail, which we Earthlings also aspire to build, and Oumuamua represents not a piece of space rock, but a highly technologically advanced probe from some alien civilization.
I haven't seen any other compelling possibility at the moment.
Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. So two things that I want to talk real quick in this video about. The first of which is how comically the mainstream news, and we're talking CNN and all of these other big players, are finally announcing what we've been saying from day one, what I just said in a video a couple of days ago, and what I know all of us have pretty much thought since day one of hearing about this object, is that yes indeed, it is likely alien in origin. And if you remember the last video I did a few days ago, I spoke about this breaking news regarding this new Harvard research paper, where astronomers are now even saying that this object could very well likely be an artificial alien object, potentially a light sail of some sort, based on the way this thing is moving, the way it's accelerating faster, in fact, than just what gravity would cause from it going around the sun, which I forgot to mention in my last video. So this thing is accelerating faster than that, than what just typical gravity would allow. And here is the research paper here from Harvard. I'll put the link to it down below. You guys can check it out. But yeah, I was just talking on Twitter and Facebook to some of you guys. It's just funny, because since day one, and you can go watch my very first video about this object a year or more ago, where, I mean, it only took 2 seconds, and most of you agreed to smell something off about this object, not just the way it moved. And now it seems that the mainstream has finally caught up and is now publicly admitting that this very well could be an alien object for whatever reason. Because, as you know, the mainstream, they never give a straight answer. They're just like NASA. But for whatever reason, they're now publishing it. So I thought it was pretty comical that we're seeing it everywhere now. And it's the big news. So, to the main point of today's video, I wanted to show you guys a very interesting piece of UFO footage that was just sent to me of what has been described as a giant building-like object, or just a large object seen in the skies above a place called Gothenburg, Sweden. So give this a look. Okay, so pretty interesting footage, right? Obviously, your first go-to possibilities for this would be maybe a blimp, maybe a hot air balloon. Well, I don't see a basket hanging from it at all. I've never seen a blimp shaped like this. From what I could find, I can't find any blimps or hanging objects over this specific area of Sweden. So I wanted to bring it to you guys to see if we have anyone from Gothenburg who might know what this is, because it really is strange. It does look like a pretty big object, which in the first part of the video, it takes on this sort of bell shape, actually really like a bell. I don't have to tell you guys where we've seen these bell-shaped UFOs before. Many of the very first UFOs ever seen were in the shapes of bells, specifically out of Germany back in the 1940s. Many people hold today that Germany was the very first nation to actually get a hold of some sort of back or reverse engineered alien technology and actually harness anti-gravity technology, which then throughout and after the 40s proliferated in these bell-shaped UFO sightings. And so the first half, yeah, it's pretty much a bell. Well, for most of it, it's pretty much a bell, but there's some points where it just kind of morphs into a giant square or a rectangle. And so I again wanted to put the word out to any of my viewers in Sweden. Do you guys know what this is? If not, can we try to get some more footage of it, some more up-close footage? I mean, we have viewers here in Sweden, like the person who recorded it, who didn't know what it was. So that makes it more mysterious. I'll put the link to it down below. Large building-shaped object over Sweden. You guys tell me what you think, and stay tuned, because I've got more UFO footage coming. The strange occurrences around the world continue. A lot of amazing things coming up, as well as some interviews coming up as well. Some really big interviews, so stay tuned for updates on that. You guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you back soon with another video.